Hello everyone and welcome back to another F1 2020 My Team career mode here at the Monaco Grand Prix this weekend. Currently this weekend, if you watched the last episode, we did get an upgrade on the facility for the chassis, so we can upgrade two chassis upgrades at a time. We're also going to try and put some race simulations in for our teammate Luca Giotto, so it should make him a little bit quicker. This weekend, the Monaco Grand Prix, I'm actually quite confident in the Monaco Grand Prix. It's a track that I feel like I'm quite good at in comparison to other circuits. Oh, that doesn't help. R&D failure, so it means we've got to redevelop that part. That's what happens when you're quite early on in your career. Your parts do fail quite often. But now, if you haven't watched previous episodes as well, we now have 3 sponsors on the car, which is excellent. Which does help us to bring in some more money as well. If you are liking these career mode episodes, guys, please do leave a like and subscribe down below. As of time of recording this video, we're currently at 20 subscribers. If we can get me to 50 subscribers by the end of January, I will be over the moon. Depends when this video gets released. This video might get released at the end of January, so if we're at that point by then, I'll be extremely happy. But the main focus for me in career at the moment is to try and upgrade to the chassis department as much as possible before I really focus on anything else. But we're going to go to the race weekend. We're going to set our compound to soft, and we're going to go to the race weekend. So we're now going to go straight onto my qualifying lap. We simulated all the practice sessions, got some good results points, and now we're going to go straight to the qualifying lap in Q1. Down the brake, a little bit early on the brakes. I think this first lap, I said in the last episode, trying to get a banker lap in, which means that I'll just get a guaranteed lap, which will most likely get me through to the next stage of qualifying, or at least give me a quicker lap anyway. Just so I have a lap in there, rather than trying to push all out and create damage, especially around Monaco when the track is this tight. It's very easy to make a mistake. So you got to be nice and technical. Slow in, fast out really does apply at this track. You don't want to be too late in the braking zone because there's no runoff area for you. The runoff area is the wall, which means you have a broken front wing. The only downside to this weekend though is I did forget to change my turbocharger. If you can see in my menu, the engine light is orange. So next to the circle button, the engine light there is orange. That is because the turbocharger is on at 70% of wear, which is not brilliant. So I'm probably going to have my engineer telling me over the radio to keep mileage on it to a minimum, which is impossible to do when you have no choice but to use it. And I don't want to get a grid penalty here because I can feel like I can qualify quite well at this circuit. So I do not want to give myself a grid penalty. So we're just going to have to deal with it and hope the engine does not fail on us midway through. Now we're going to skip to our next lap because our first lap wasn't really that quick, or wasn't quick enough to even get us out, I don't think, of Q1. We are in 15, but I don't think it'll be quick enough. But the good thing I've said in that first lap is I can look at my delta time and actually see how far I am up on the time, whereas the first lap I've got nothing to compare it to. So at the moment I'm half a tenth up, just feeding it through here, hit the wall there, it's lost us a little bit of time. Actually we're 2 tenths up now. Very good exit out of that corner, apart from that little bump of the walls. There's probably another tenth or two to be found there. Nice and quick through here. Down to gear 1, a little bit of a locker, but we turned the car in nice and early. Now we're 4 tenths up already on our time. A little bit of oversteer there through the corner, trying to get a bit pedal happy. Now we've lost 2 tenths in that one turn just for that oversteer. So again, I've lost about 4 tenths this lap already, even though it is a quicker lap through the chicane. This is the bit that I'm probably the most confident at. You've got to really push the track limits to get a good exit out of there, which I do all the time. So no comments saying you're exceeding track limits, because I'm not. I'm just not exceeding track limits. There it was. There it definitely was exceeding track limits. The car was all over the place. I had nowhere else to go but there. Take it through the last corner. We're going to be 7 tenths up. With oversteer again, so we get 6 tenths up in the end on our lap. Which should put us comfortably into Q2. Which it does. So now we're on our Q2 lap. Luca Giotto did not make it through to Q2, not a surprise. I don't think he'll be making it through to Q2 until the very end of the season, I don't think. Not until the cars develop more. Until he's developed a bit more of as a driver. But we shall see. So through this lap now, a bit of a sloppy exit there out of that corner. I came in quite wide, which has compromised our entry into this next section. Down to gear 1, hopefully don't lock up the tyres. That was very good, didn't lock up the tyres, nice and early on the power now. If we can get this through to Q3 for the first time in the season, I will be so happy. Because our car is not there. It's just down to my sheer driving around this circuit. Because the car is definitely not isn't there at the moment. Yeah, wow. That That was definitely a valid lap. So that's where I do push the track limits a little bit too much there. Back down into the gears again. Let's try it again. There we go, that's better. That's the only issue I have with doing that. I need to not push the track limits too much at the moment. Through these corners, trying to get as much oversteer as we can. There we go, through the curb. Oh, we rode the curb a little bit too much, which sent our car sideways. Should have gone more left of that barrier. Or off that little hairpin. Open the DRS flap. Up into gear 6 to gear 7. What time do we set? At 10.3. Not bad. And we do make ourselves into Q3. Right, no, we're still in Q2. We're going to go on our next lap in Q2. Never mind. Not in Q3 yet. I thought we were in Q3. Right, Q2 still. Let's see if I can get a better lap in than last time. There's a little bit of time to be found here. If I can get a good exit out here, I should gain a bit of time. There we go. So we're already up on our time. We got a car behind us. I don't know what car that is. I think it's a Renault. Got Lando in front of us. He shouldn't be too much of a pain because he's like 1.5 seconds in front, which we're not going to catch him by in a qualifying lap. That was a much better exit out of there. We actually lost time to ourselves. I thought that was a very good exit. Proves how good my exit was before. So this next chicane section here, I've got to get this just right. Spot the braking quite late. Do not exceed the track limits. Perfect there. Rode the curbs. Early on the power. We're so far about a tenth up back on the power this section here. We haven't got a lot of downforce in this car, so we've really got to push it to the limits here. We know our lap time's probably good enough. Early on the power. Don't get the car slide out from behind us. Oh, we messed up that final corner. We are going to improve our time, but not by a lot. Let's see what position that puts us up into. P4. Wow, well, we're going to get ourselves into Q3, and I'll see you there. So, onto our Q3 lap now. First time we're ever in Q3. What position can we qualify? I think if we qualify in the top 7 or 8, I'll be happy. Because don't forget, I did qualify P4 in Q2, but other cars will not be setting their fastest laps as they possibly can. Especially with the other teams. Some of them may be running the medium tyres in that session. So definitely not pushing themselves. We can see what lap time we can say. An 18.3, that's a very good opening first sector. Last slight lock up there, trying to get back early on the power. Hamilton sets an 11.2. Not actually that quick a time from Lewis there. That's actually quite slow. There we go. You see that Valtteri sets a 10 flat. So Lewis lost 1.2 seconds there on that lap. Don't know how he's managed to do that. Right, late into the braking zone. Through this corner. That was very good. Very good exit there. Nice and smooth. It's all about it. It's all about a smooth lap around Monaco. Do not want to hit any barriers whatsoever. Down 3 gears. Up on the power nice and early. This is looking very good so far. Down to gear 2. Keep it in gear 2. Turn the car in nice and early. Now slowly on the power out of this corner. Get a nice good exit here. There we go. Good exit out of that final corner. Where is this going to put us? P2. Right, we're going to do one more flying lap. See if we can maybe get pole position. No way we get pole position here. We're currently P3 now. We've been knocked down 1 spot. We have to push this car to the absolute limit. I've got nothing to lose here. I've already set a good time. All I've got to do is just push this car to the absolute limit now. I've already set a good time. I can push this car now. Oh, I rode the curb a little bit too much there. We were 2 tenths up and that exit's compromised us a little bit there. Down to gear 2, get a nice exit out of here. There we go, 2 tenths up. Maybe going to be 3 tenths up. We're gaining time on this straight because of that exit there. So far, so good. Very clean lap, not in any curbs or anything. Nice. Through the gears, nice and quick. Actually lost a bit of time for that exit. Pretty good our exit was before. Through the gears, up early on the power. Oh, rear end's got away from us there. Got a bit of a tank slapper going on. Nice and early through the power. Yeah, that was definitely exceeding track limits. Got away with it though. Got a warning, but no penalty. Luckily, so we can carry on with our lap. We're 5 tenths up now. Is this good enough for pole position here at the Monaco Grand Prix? It is! We are on pole, but Valtteri Bottas just pipped us right at the end. So we're going to go to the race and 5 red lights. And away we go. Very good start from Valtteri. We're not going to be able to challenge him into turn 1. Out through the gears, no one's going to challenge us. So we're going to slot behind Valtteri. And now we just got to somehow find a way past the Finn. Already 6 tenths of a second ahead of us. So it's going to be very difficult to catch Valtteri, I believe. With how difficult it is to overtake around this circuit, DRS doesn't play any of a factor around here at all. It's only on the main straight, and you don't really gain any time from it. So overtaking here, as you guys are aware, if you're a big Formula 1 fan, it is almost impossible to overtake around this circuit with the new F1 cars and how wide they are. So we've got to try and gain time to Valtteri and maybe force him into a mistake. That's the only way I can really see us getting past him here, is forcing him to go wide. We do cut the corner there. That wasn't very good. Big corner cut there. I think I was just trying to get close to Valtteri and sort of push the track limits a little bit. Now we're really pushing, trying to get close to him. 1.3 now, 1.4. Our first sector, Valtteri's rapid in comparison to us. Now he is starting on the soft tire. The only person who's a challenger threat possibly is Lewis Hamilton in the mediums, and we do have a safety car. Wow, this could help us out a lot because actually we're meant to be pitting this lap. This lap for the next, I think it's lap 5 meant to be pitting on, which is the current lap we're on.
Drop your speed, our delta is too low and we risk a penalty.
So this safety car could not have come in at a better time for us at the moment. I think Valtteri's going to be coming in as well. Yeah, there he is. Valtteri's in the pits. Can we gain some time on Valtteri? Lewis Hamilton, I believe, is going to be staying out as he is on the mediums. We can see a lot of cars pile into the pits here. Bottas now goes to the medium compound, not the hards, which is a very good decision. As some AI drivers do go onto the hards. Even good stop here from the Morris Motorsport crew. 2.6, not bad. I don't think I was ever going to get a jump out on Valtteri there. It would have been very, very difficult. They'd have had to set a 1.5 second pit stop, which has never happened in Formula 1. So Luca Giotto's in the pits, making good use of the safety car. We come out in P3 with Hamilton ahead. End of the safety car period. Back out and flying lap. Lap 10 is when we resume. We actually stay behind the safety car for a good three or so laps there. Let's skip on later onto the lap. And we have Bottas and Hamilton. Hamilton's holding up Valtteri a little bit, which allows us to get a little bit closer. As Lewis is on some old medium compound tyres. Lewis not pitting is basically put him out of the contention for this race, because he has still got to make a pit stop. And me and Valtteri have made our stops and we are right behind him here. So I'm effectively in P2. We've got to try and get close enough to Valtteri, maybe overtake him whilst Lewis is out. Because obviously Valtteri should be trying to battle Lewis, and if he gets a bad exit, we've got to make the most of that opportunity that he would give to us. So up the hill here, up past the casino, down to gear 3. There is the famous casino on the right hand side. Down to gear 3 now, up early on the power. We're a 10th up on our personal best, which is very good so far. The only issue with Monaco now, as you can see, following a car into the braking is almost impossible, because I hit Bottas's rear wing there, and we're still half a tenth down. Right, we're going to move on to lap 12 now. We're right behind Valtteri. Can I make a move here around the outside? Possibly. Going around the outside. Can I make the move stick on Valtteri? Oh my lord. What a move on Valtteri Bottas. Round the outside. He didn't make a mistake. He just gave me a little bit too much room. I forced him to go a bit wider. We are in provisional first place in this race, with Lewis Hamilton still got to make his pit stop. So I'm going to chuck it into lean mix, save our fuel, and try and get a little bit of ERS back. We have used up all of our ERS basically trying to make that move. So I'm saving a bit of fuel, because Monaco does eat up your fuel a little bit, so I need to save my fuel up. So when Valtteri puts on the attack later on in the race, I have something to fight with. Wow. I still can't believe the move that I actually pulled off there. That was incredible. Round the outside. Into Parabolica. It's just absolute great move. Right, on to lap 16 now. As you can see, we are in the lead of this Grand Prix. Hamilton did come in to make his stop. He's not even in the top 5 now. I don't know where he's going to finish. It will be quite low down the field. So, we've got 4 laps to keep Valtteri Bottas behind. And then we actually could have the possibility of winning a race. I think my biggest worry here is actually my turbocharger. If you now look, my engine light has gone on to red. So I think the turbocharger at this point was nearly on 80% wear, and when a component gets to 80% wear, that's when the engine has a chance of blowing up in the game.
Gap to teammate behind is 23.2 seconds. They're on old mediums. They're in 11th. The time
There we go. Luca Giotto's in 11th. Just checking my front wing there to any damage. But Luca Giotto is in 11th position here. 1 place off of points. Can we even get a double points finish here? That would be incredible if we could. So far, his best race of the season. That's a very good race from him considering where he actually started on the grid as well. Right, we've got quite a lot of fuel now. So we're going to chuck it up into standard and rich mix now. We'll use a little bit of ERS to get a good exit out of the corner. We have 7/10 of Valtteri. Doubt he'll challenge us. Down into the chicane section. Nice and early on the power. Now back through the swimming pool section now. Down to gear 5. Early on the power. Now the back of the pit lane. Good exit there. Can we survive for 2 more laps? That is the big question here. Two more laps to go. He's 1.1 seconds behind. Can we survive? We're going to skip now to lap 19. And we're going to take you through these last lap and a half. He's 1.4 seconds behind. I think we may possibly do this here. I'm just going to hope my turbocharger does hang on. And doesn't blow up on us. I would be so mightily disappointed if that turbocharger did blow up on us. I would be fuming. Because we're never going to get another chance like this ever in the season. Our car just is not that good. It was, I think, just my sheer ability around Monaco is just, in comparison to the AI, rather good, I think. And we did have a bit of luck in the race with the safety car coming out exactly, literally exactly when we needed it. So we didn't get jumped by any other drivers or anything. We go on to the last lap. We have 2 seconds to Valtteri now. We've got quite a comfortable gap to him. Normally the AI in the final lap do have a lot of ERS and fuel to play with, so you're prepared to see that gap come down a little bit. Already down to 1.7 seconds. Nice and early on the power. Keep it nice and clean. Do not want to make any mistakes here. We haven't taken any damage this race whatsoever so far. Which is quite a surprise, because normally other tracks I have front wing damage or something. And around Monaco we've got none. So we've kept it nice and clean. It's a real big advertisement, guys, if you're watching this and you do play F1. Keep it clean. If you race laps without getting any damage, or you don't push the track limits too much, you're less likely to spin, you're less likely to create yourself damage and cost yourself time overall. So a clean lap is always the best way to have a quicker lap. And you can see I'm being very cautious at the end of this race. Do not want to push any track limits or anything, just to make sure we get it across the line. Down into Parabolica. Out through the last corner now. We're going to come through to win the Monaco Grand Prix. Absolutely amazing.
Fantastic drive. Just fantastic. You deserved that race win.
I don't think I can quite believe it. Kimi Raikkonen got driver of the day. Fair enough to Kimi. I wonder if Kimi got points in the end. Let's have a look at who finished where. Just look at how beautiful Monaco is, guys. It was almost under daylight. It was almost under night time at the end there. But a race win for Morris Motorsport. I actually can't quite believe my luck. The safety car coming out when it did was just absolutely perfect timing. It couldn't have been, or they couldn't have timed that safety car any better. So I'm very, very pleased with how that all turned out. So yeah, I'm shocked. I'm absolutely shocked that we've actually won a race in our first season. I didn't think we were going to win a race until season 2 or season 3. I genuinely didn't think we would. So yeah, absolutely fantastic. They're a great race from our perspective. The move around Bottas was just absolutely amazing. It's probably one of the best overtakes I've done in a long time in any form of F1 racing. Round the outside, no contact made whatsoever with him. Nice clean move here. Sorry about the loading screen. I am racing on PlayStation 4, and yeah, it's very slow. We didn't even get to see the podium there. But Luca Giotto finished 11th. Raikkonen finished 7th. Hamilton finished down in 8th. But we did win the race, which was amazing. And we also got the fastest lap of the race. So we get 26 points for that. So that was amazing. Anyway, thank you very much, guys, for watching. I hope you did enjoy. Standings, we moved up to 6. and constructors, we're closing in on Ferrari. So thank you very much, guys, for watching, and until next time, bye for now, and I'll see you soon.